Today, as we go on to the next day of our 33 Days to Morning Glory and our morning reflections, here at our waterfront location, actually beside Donna's memorial that we've placed here, we continue on this path of giving more of ourselves. And yesterday was about giving more of the things that we want for others, how we pray for others, and giving those merits and those graces, and giving that to Mary completely. Today it's about giving our own needs, desires, and this is a really tough one for me, because one of the reasons that I really want on a path of holiness, one of the reasons that I want to get to heaven, that I'm aiming for that pursuit, my ascent, is because I want to be reunited with Donna, that I want to be with my bride. I mean, yes, I want to be with God, I want to be with Christ, I want to be able to see him face to face, but my motivation is to be with Donna. And here we're following this path of how do we give our all, including what we think our desire is. How do we, in other words, allow this to be God's will? And how do we follow his will? How do I allow my will to align to God's will when it seems like such a hard ask for me? I think the trick here, and it's not even a trick at all, I think the path here is that in giving my all, it means even the things that are hard for me, the struggles for me, to give that to Mary, to give that to Jesus, to say, what you're asking of me is kind of tough. And I know that I will have the graces. I know that God's mercy will be so present in my life and will be so good to me. But how do I accept that and not just take it for granted? And so I need to offer up how hard it is, the suffering of it, the issues that I'm having. I need to offer that up to Mary so that that can be transformed in itself. I don't know how it works. I don't know how easy that is. Just a revelation. I just wanted to share it with you as you ponder and reflect how to give up everything of yourself. Because this is the paradox. The more we give up of ourselves, the more we empty ourselves out, the greater Christ fills us. And in that grace that fills us, all of our desires are actually met. Because we follow our will to God's will, and God's will is for great things for us. And so our desires are met. But we can't just take that for granted. And it's an interesting balance we have to do. But it's a journey we're on. And so let's continue that journey and see how things go. God bless.